Hi. So, you might be wondering to yourself, why am I hearing this prepubescent teen voice? What is this? Who is this? I'm very confused. Am I having a stroke? Wait, like, is there something wrong with my mind? And the answer is, I don't know. You should probably go see a doctor. So I just wanted to do a voiceover because I'm just experimenting a lot lately. Like this speed paint, it's experiments. Like half the stuff I did in this little picture was stuff I've never done before. More on that later. But I also want to talk about I guess my speed paints themselves or something. I don't know. But it's just been a struggle recently because if you watch the last 5 videos I've posted, you can see that I used to use the in-app little recorder thingy that was like provided by the Idk I Paint art program, and there's a couple things wrong with that. Firstly, it doesn't record your mistakes, and I just feel like that's weird. Like, I want people to see my mistakes. I want people to see that, like, LOL, I'm not the best artist. Did I just say LOL out loud? Anyway, I'm not the best artist out there. I can't just make a single stroke and then be like, oh, perfect, and all that trash. But, yeah. And then also, it doesn't zoom in. It's always on the full screen of the painting, or the drawing, or whatever. And that's just irritating to me because it's just like, well, you can't see what I'm doing. It just doesn't make sense. And then the quality is absolute trash. Like, if you go on YouTube and watch the videos where I use the in-app recorder compared to when I use this recorder I'm using now, which is a AZ screen recorder, you compare the quality. The highest quality for the in-app recorder is like 360p, but the highest quality for the AZ screen recorder is like 702p or 720p, I believe. I'll fix it if I'm wrong. But yeah, so it's just an obvious choice. And I just used the in-app recorder because it was just easier, because I had to switch to using this program after my tablet broke. Because I used to use Medibang Paint, but it's just easier to use IBIS Paint because I can rotate, and I hate not being able to rotate. And on Medibang, you have to use it's too much. It's complicated. But so I just switched to this program because it's easier to do on my phone. And so I just switched back to the old screen recorder that I used because it just outweighed the negatives. There honestly aren't any negatives compared to the in-app recorder. Only negative I could think of is I have to speed it up myself, because the in-app recorder, you can choose whether the video is 30 seconds or I think like up to 6 minutes or something like that. Either 6 minutes or 2 minutes, I don't remember. Ugh, that's a very big gap. Anyway, but with this recorder, I have to get an entire different editing program so I can speed it up, and sometimes I take so freaking long to draw that I have to speed it up and then save it and then open it again and speed up the saved version, which is what I had to do with this one because it was like 2 hours long. And when I first sped it up to the max, it ended up 25 minutes. And I was like, yeah, nobody's gonna watch 25 minutes of my freaking squeaky voice talking, or just of a speed paint in general, because I myself have a short attention span as well. So that's what I decided to do. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the drawing now. So I decided to, experiment, like I said, with different things, and I wanted to draw a mermaid. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, also these scales. I hate drawing scales. I've realized that now. This is my first time drawing scales and I hate it. So I just made a little template thingy and then just used that and copy pasted it over and over again because I hate drawing scales now. And no thank you. You're gonna call me lazy, but I'm gonna call me inventive. I am efficient, because if I just drew all those scales, it probably would have taken me 20 minutes. This only took me maybe 10. So yeah. also. I didn't want her, my Little Mermaid girl, to be like super cutesy. I wanted her to be cute, but I didn't want her to be like super cutesy, sweet, sweet, rainbows barfing out of her face. So I made her just have nostrils and like not a whole nose. And then I put like what's it called? I made her eyes and her mouth black. So yeah. And then there's the bottle. The bottle, yes. So this was also my first time drawing water and see-through stuff, which is a bad idea because I didn't use a reference at all. Haha. Great. So it came out really weird. It all came out really weird, to be honest. Only thing I really like about this drawing was the mermaid girl herself, but I can't just draw a mermaid floating around in a black background. It's kind of weird. So I did her in a bottle, and the bottle had water in it, and I was like, wow, that's so cool. And then I drew it, and I was like, wow, that's so trash. So yeah. I have a problem with not liking my art after I make it. Like, back in the day, I used to, if I didn't like something that I drew, I would just delete it out of existence completely, and which is not a good thing to do, I'll tell you right now, because then you can't see your progress. So I don't do that much anymore. Only time I actually delete stuff is if I know I'm never gonna work on it again. Like if I have like, what's it called? A file, I guess, and it's just a sketch. Like, I haven't worked on it in months and it's still just a sketch, or it's just a blank canvas with a couple of references on it, then I'm just gonna delete it because I'm not ever gonna work on it. It's been sitting there for 3 months just accumulating dust. How are you gonna accumulate dust if you... Anyway. So if I know I'm never gonna finish it, then I delete it, but if it's like a finished project and I don't like it, I just put it far back in my phone's memory because I don't want to see it, but at the same time I don't want to delete it. So yeah, that's how I deal with that. And then also, I think I just did most of this just because I was having some serious art block, but I really wanted to draw. So I was like, you know, best way for me to get rid of art block is to try new things, even though I don't like doing that because, you know, Taurus problems. So I just tried a bunch of new stuff to try and get me out of my art block, and it worked. For the time I was drawing this, as soon as I finished drawing this, I did not want to draw anymore. And I was like, well, that only worked for like, it's like taking drugs. It only works when you use it, and then after that, you need more. But I don't want more. Anyway, so yeah, that's what ended up happening. And I guess I'll see you guys later. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Bye.